Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Tillers Turf Talk. Hope you're keeping really well. Beautiful sunny day here at Tillers, lovely blue skies and really refreshing change from the weather we've had recently. So today we're just going to have a little wander out. There's lots going on at the moment. If we look behind me, the final bits of servicing now on the irrigators and the irony, shall we say. But you know, after a wet winter can often come a very dry summer. So at Tillers we're really prepared for that. We've got, I know, 25-30 of these going out, taking their place, ready for irrigation season as and when required, which I believe is beginning of April that we start the licence. So it's all about being prepared and planning ahead. So what we'll do, we'll have a wander out now. There's lots of mowing going on. We're going to take a look at a few mowers and see what else we can find. Before we venture further out onto the farm and hopefully find some mowers and one or two other activities, one thing I must say is while the production continues, so does the harvest. So another mega busy day today. We've got a big lorry load, I think it's probably Arena Gold there, go out shortly. And if we go and have a look at some other products we've harvested today, it showed you how busy the harvest is. Just look at the stack of pallets behind us, probably not even a week's worth there. So still incredibly busy and actually a good time for laying turf now. Things are starting to dry out nicely, ground conditions more favourable for prep. So overall a pretty good time to be thinking about getting some turf down. So that's the Arena, but we look a bit closer to some of the other things we've been harvesting today. So we've got some more fabulous wildflower turf, looking absolutely amazing, brilliant thick sward. Again, great time for that now. It's going to establish nicely to give you that nice floral display in the spring. And if we come a little bit further, over here we have our pioneering power bent, so still as popular as ever. Beautiful sward there, it looks like a golf green already, absolutely fantastic. So that's all good stuff, but as well as the turf, we also have lots of topsoil going out. Now I've looked at videos of this before and I'm going to make another one again fairly soon. Beautiful, friable, you know, screened down to a very small particle size. So this allows perfect water infiltration, perfect preparation, without all the stones and gravel and everything you might find in other topsoils. So fantastic product, really proud of this, and like I said, I'm going to make another video on that very soon. So in the meantime, let's go a little bit further and see what else is going on. I'm in a field at the moment that I think was probably mown yesterday evening, and as with all things at Tillers, there's lots of planning, lots of forward thinking, lots of field walking and lots of decisions that we make day to day. A lot of these decisions are made by Alan, who's our production manager, so he's nurturing, really caring for this turf as he has done for the last 25 years, so very experienced, and he always has his ducks in a line ready. So I've had a wander over here. I've noticed there's just an odd broadleaf weed or two coming through now, so I've seen a couple of small dandelion plants and a small bit of white clover. Very typical this time of year. Now we get some temperature, now we get some moisture, these things are starting to pop up. So the field's establishing beautifully, and behind me somewhere over here is Paul. So he's at the moment putting, I think, a liquid feed and a selective weed killer on, but again to promote the growth and knock out these weeds at an early stage. Now it's really important we do this because while the weeds in the ground, it's taking vital nutrient and moisture from the ground that the grass plants around it really need to thrive. So the sooner we can knock them out, the sooner we get this sward properly established, then it will become a natural defence mechanism anyway. So the denser the sward, the less opportunity for the weed to invade and be a problem. So yeah, lots going on. Let's go and take a close look at the sprayer. That's the Agri-Buggy doing an amazing job, and we have done a previous video on this if you have a look in our back catalogue if you want to take a closer and more in-depth look at the machine inside and out with Paul the operator. And this is a really big field we're in at the moment, and the Agri-Buggy is 24 metre wide, state-of-the-art machine, top of the range. I think we've only had it a couple of years, but because it's a big field, it's fully GPS mapped out. This makes Paul's life a lot easier in a field this size. He's not relying on blob markers or wadding sticks at each end. You know, he's got the GPS mapping it all out for him. So the great thing about this now is that Paul will have minimal overlap, if any overlap at all. He'll be using exactly the right amount of water, but more importantly, he'll be using the least plant protection product that he needs to make sure this field gets the adequate protection that it needs. So all in all, fab machine, doing a great job. The last few mowers are gently dripping out of the workshop now after their winter service, and they've all been sharpened, cylinder ground, all ready for action straight out into the field. So that's everything from our small pedestrian mowers right through to things like our greens triples. Steve here down the power bent doing a fabulous job as always, taking immense pride in the greens products, and they look absolutely superb, I have to say. So not only working on current harvest crops, we're now working hard to get our golf crops ready for the new golf season, which is probably only 6 months away. So all looking fabulous, all in good order, all looking fantastic. So although this might be the most precise mower on the fleet in terms of its cutting quality, its number of blades and everything else, the thing that really gets us going are the big ones. So let's go and find a big mower. I managed to track Mark down, which is no mean feat in itself when you're on a production site in excess of 50 square miles in around 120 fields, but thankfully nowadays we have these, so one quick phone call, here we are. So the mower of choice in this field today that Mark is driving is a Fleischmann. It's a 10 metre wide area mower, rotary mower. We bought it from Campy Turf Care a couple of years ago, and it's just a fantastic mower for getting over a big area quickly. And these early cuts, because some of them are the first cuts of the year, we tend to do with a rotary mower just to top them off, and then we'll bring the cylinder mowers in for the finesse mowing to prime it into harvest. Now we will see a lot more of the VMO during the summer, I'm sure, in these videos. That's our big 16 metre or 16.2 metre even wide area cylinder mower, which we obviously all enjoy seeing, and yeah, we can't wait to see it back out in action at the moment. Ground condition at the moment not quite right for that, but I'm sure it won't be too long. After the wet winter we've had, I'm sure we'll have a dry summer, and hopefully things will get on a little bit better as far as ground conditions go. So as with all our big machines, Mark has the benefit of GPS. So in a big field like this one, I'm not sure on the area, but it's got to be a good, I don't know, 7 or 8 hectares. And the GPS allows Mark to map this out in landings at 10 metres wide, and this allows him to take a nice wide turn on the headlands, and this negates any sort of risk of scuffing up or unnecessary damage to the headlands by doing a 3-point turn or 2 tighter turn. So he'll mow it in, like say, almost like zebra crossings, and each time he'll take a wide loop and he'll take out the middle section once he's done the outer 2. So it's all impressive stuff. Instead of me waffling on, let's go and enjoy the mower itself in action. I really hope you enjoyed that video and a little view at a very typical sort of spring day at Tillers. Lots and lots going on. We can only cover some of it. There are other things going on. There's wildflower production, there's hoovers out there hoovering clippings, there's fertiliser spreading going on, but too much going on to fit into a short video. But I'm sure we'll cover them at some other point in the future, as we have already. But always good to revisit these things, always good to refresh with new technology, new techniques and new products, so really look forward to that. In the meantime, thank you as always for watching. We really appreciate all of your views, all of your comments. Please subscribe to Tillers Turf TV on YouTube if you haven't already. Continue to like, to share, to retweet, tell your friends about us. Let's help grow the channel. Brilliant stuff. Have a fab weekend. We'll catch you next week. Cheers for now.